Hello, another crazy video from the crazy angry photographer, aka the tattooed freak, the tattooed weirdo. Let's take a look at what is unquestionably, at least in my opinion and that of several other pros, is the most important prime lens to own, the wide prime to own, excuse me. That would be the 20mm Nikkor. Why? Lots of reasons. Astrophotography, just having a wide prime at 20mm, perfect for FX or DX, better suited for FX, but perfectly fine on both. I use either one of these lenses on FX or DX. Favorite, although unfortunately it is slightly rarer to find now, that is the Nikkor 20mm f3.5. Typically you can find a deal on this. Nikon stopped making this lens, only made it for a short period of time. They should still make it, but f-stop whores, glass whores, basically, oh, well, you know, we can make a 2.8 20mm now. Well, guess what? The 3.5 is sharper than the 2.8 in either variety, either the D or the AIS. The AIS version, which is optically identical to the 20mm D, still made at $600, the manual version. Okay, I'm going to actually show you an image of it. There it is. There's the manual version of the 20mm. I've owned a couple of these. I wished I still had it. I don't have it anymore, but it's optically identical. This one new is will run you 700 bucks. So 20mm f2.8 is optically identical to this one, the 20mm autofocus D. Optically identical, but the 3.5 is sharper and is also stubbier, more compact, and better built. Obviously there's no motor in here. It is all glass and ass. I mean glass and metal. Yes, that was a joke. Probably most people didn't get it. Now the other lens, I actually had use of one 3 different times. I had one for a few months. If you're doing astrophotography and you want the supreme, sharpest 20mm prime Nikkor, it would be this lens. It is the Nikkor 20mm f1.8. It is Nikon's current sharpest 20mm. I can say firsthand, having used this. I don't have it anymore. I actually thought about getting again in the future, but the 14-24, which I have a pair of those, is almost as good as the 20mm f1.8. So, of course, the 14-24 2.8 Nikkor wide zoom is a magical lens. It is the one and only lens, the extremely expensive lens from Nikon that I recommend splurging on. But if you were to do astrophotography and you wanted a perfect prime lens for absolute top clarity, even slightly better than the 14-24, it would be this, the Nikkor 20mm f1.8. Used a few times, love it, it's awesome. It's $800 new. Typically, on the 20mm f2.8 D, like this, there were a lot of them made. You typically find them for $350 bucks. Usually minty perfect. Most of them come out of Japan. Awesome lens. My top recommendation, as I told you in my secret must-own video earlier while I was on vacation, but I didn't have the lens in front of me because I didn't bring it, but I still made it as the secret must-buy lens, is this lens. If you could find one. The assholes at Nikon took their best 20mm and they only made it for a short period of time because the glass holes out there, yes, I said glass holes, well, we want it faster, 2.8. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. The 3.5 is sharper. And if you can find a sucker that's got one for sale, buy it. And if it's optically great, this, because the actual focus stroke on this, you can see I'm doing it here with my thumb. I mean, we're talking about there's infinity, there's closest. I mean, talk about a joy to focus. It is just awesome. It's the cat's ass. I got 2 of these. I wished I had a pile of them. I can give them out as gifts to people. Actually, I'd probably hoard them. So if you can find this way, my secret must-own lens from 3 weeks ago, it's the Nikkor 20mm f3.5. Also equally perfect, the Divine 20mm D or the AIS version, although this one is always cheaper. You can't find a great deal on a manual 20mm f2.8, but that is still a current production lens. There she is right there. I kind of wished I still owned it because I love old AIS lenses, but it's still a current production lens. And like I said, the sharpest 20mm for astrophotography. If you do an enormous amount of wide stills would be the 20mm f1.8 Nikkor, $800 new, and that sums it up as really, at least in my humble opinion, and that of many pros actually, the best wide prime to own is a 20mm prime. Okay, that's it from the photographer. I got a huge pile of videos to make. If you like this video, always drop me a buck or two, or tell me to go screw myself, whatever makes you the most happy. And I'm gonna go drink some more coffee and catch you later. Okay, bye.